What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Tron, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we wrapped up Binance Coin yesterday, and we're going to be doing Tron by popular demand. If you guys are interested in seeing another cryptocurrency here on the channel for review, definitely make sure to leave a comment down below telling me which cryptocurrency you would like to see, whether or not it's your favorite or has the most potential. By leaving it in the comments down below, I will know which one to review for next week's videos. Otherwise, in today's video specifically, we are going to be looking at the major reversal that we had on these cryptocurrencies here. We're starting to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP actually break through the descending fractal, and I do have some very interesting things to discuss with you on that. And I will admit, I did think we were going to be heading lower on most of these cryptocurrencies. Ethereum and Bitcoin specifically, I thought we were going to be traveling lower as we saw what could have been a double top formation. And I just want to give you guys my opinion on that in regards to whether or not this might be a pump fake. We might see the coins reverse right back down, and it might be too early to decide which direction these cryptos are going to be headed in. So if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright guys, so yesterday's video was a very big talk and discussion about the descending fractals forming. You can see it clear as day here where the descending fractal started to form on the coin. Let me just show you guys real quick. You can see where the descending fractal formed on the coin, and we had a circle right around this resistance area right here. Numerous times over the course of a couple of days, we were hitting top resistance, and every single time we hit that, we fell lower, causing some sort of lower high formation to form. Now, it's interesting to me, and to flash through these cryptos, is to see Bitcoin actually break through that resistance. We have Ethereum here breaking through resistance as well. They're pretty much neck and neck. XRP has yet to break through its pennant flag formation. We are caught in the sideways channel of resistance, so it'll be interesting to see if we can pop off above here. If at any point we do close above this resistance, closer to 57 cents, anywhere honestly where we've wicked up in the past, it'd be a very good sign that we're going to start to see more of a bullish swing to 63 cents. Now, it's interesting. What I want to talk to you guys about is just let's look at the current coin market cap. Top 10 cryptos, everything is up maybe about 2% at most. Overall market is 3%, but we're really not seeing any crazy volatility or crazy movements across the board. Even with a quick refresh, we're not seeing any movement at all. So it's really nothing to go too crazy over, and that's why I'm slightly worried and almost interested to figure out what exactly is happening. So we have XRP here, we have Ethereum, we have Bitcoin, and then we have Tron, which we'll talk about. Now, Tron, I did, do some work to this. This has been a coin that we've talked about on the channel a very long time ago. So my old charts are still on here from the prior time zone, back in 2018, back in 2019. So it'll be interesting to see what we have in 2021 as we're starting to see some similar, movements here, but it doesn't look to be all that good, and I'm going to talk about that in a second with you guys because we're definitely at a very interesting time point within Tron TRX. So to swing things off, looking at XRP here, we can start to see that we are hitting that resistance. We discussed the sideways channel. We have the downtrend right here, a major pendant flag with multiple confirmations of a top support or bottom support here. We have a top resistance which had 2 confirmations only, ultimately allowing the coin to fall lower. Problem being is, let's see if we are, getting the support volume that we need. We should be able to hang out inside this uptrend here. Now, if we can stay above support and above this resistance here at 56 cents, there's a good chance we can break off and start to climb back upwards. Mainly what we're looking for is a confirmation close. I would say in regards to a conservative approach, 58 cents would be where that resistance is. 58 cents right here is where that resistance would lie. If we can break through 58 58 cents, or at least close a daily candle, not a wick, but a daily candle tonight above 58 cents, good chance we'll eventually see the coin float back up to 63 cents and move higher. My only concern with that is just the way the other cryptocurrencies in the space are forming. I mean, look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. These are definitely some of the most interesting movements I've seen in a very long time, especially for Bitcoin. So let me show you guys what I've noticed. So we've discussed multiple times on the channel here what exactly happened. So we've been having these higher movements, these higher lows form, and I've been mentioning this a few times here on the channel. We figured that this would still be some more correction. You can see the first dip was about 24%, and then the second dip was about 24% to 22%. And we're currently nowhere near that. The first dip that we had is only like 17% on average. We could even go, even closer to where the daily candle is. But if we go to the wick, we're about 18%. So I was anticipating a smaller dip back down to the neckline right here at bottom support. But it seems like the coins don't want to do that. There's actually some sort of uptrend that's forming that I haven't noticed for quite some time now here on the channel. You can see there is some sort of uptrend like this. It's hard to figure out exactly where those supports lie, but it is somewhere across the board like this. Now, this is an interesting movement. I mean, I haven't noticed this in the past, and maybe some of you guys did, but this actually makes quite a bit of sense. We do have a bottom support here, and it is allowing the coins to pump higher and higher and then higher again. So we'll see how today plays out. My main concern is it could fall lower. Even though we haven't broken the bottom support in the past, I was looking for more of that correction to complete its about 20 to 24% drop in price. Now the thing is, we look to be bouncing off this uptrend here. And if we can bounce off the uptrend and head up higher, there's a good chance we will be in a bull market and we will be breaking through all-time highs once again. And it seems like that's how this market wants to play out. So there's a good chance we may actually be able to break through all-time highs in April. So this is really good news. I mean, April is literally right here. It's in 2 or 3 days. Today's the 29th. So we have 29th, 30th, and then so about 4 days total we have, and 3 days to get into April. So I do believe that this resistance is what's going to be retested very soon. So with this uptrend and with these higher low formations, 1, 2, 3, 4, even though we've had these lower highs within the up or within the downtrend right here, it ultimately pulled us back down to support where we reversed upwards, and it seems like we're about to confirm that in a second. Unless we wick back below here, then we're going to continue to head lower. But really, the fact that we have such a strong, solid uptrend candle right here gives me enough confirmation to believe we're probably going to head up higher. So I might have to switch my gears, and I might have saw this technical analysis wrong. We've been doing such close analysis inside that I haven't actually been able to zoom out and get a better overview of the entire market trend here with a support level that started all the way back in December. So December, January, February, March, we've had just this consolidation, which will lead us into April, back into all-time highs. So I'm actually getting kind of excited to see the coin start to reverse upwards. We started all the way down at $50,000. We're almost back at 58,000, or we are at 58,000. So what's interesting to see is how are we going to be closing today's candle? How are we going to see this movement right here close? This is pretty much a big, decipher for us. If the coin obviously wicks back down below here, which seems unlikely, we're probably going to continue to head down. But what's interesting is if we manage to just close and break above this resistance here at any point, which might seem unlikely today as it might hit this ping off and then start to consolidate, which would be interesting because granted, every single time in the past that it's hit this bottom support, it's tended to just break upwards. Notice we had consolidation slightly, we had a ping off this, and then we headed up. We had the same ping, and then we're starting to fly higher. So it'll be interesting. Granted, there is resistances that we've hit, and eventually we've been able to break above it. But mainly we're waiting for a confirmation above this resistance here. So we may end up seeing a break today, which would close above top resistance of $58,000. I'd say closer to $5,600 would be a prime level. But we could also see movements like this where we ping off this as resistance, consolidate, and then break above. It very well could do so. But ultimately, this is a very good sign. It was underlooked. I did not see this in the past, but you can see how this would make sense. And ultimately, we could see this bottom off at this uptrend here, ping higher and break through this all-time high, and then, you know, set a new one at probably closer to $70,000. So I'm very excited to see this. I didn't notice this in the past, but the uptrend is holding fairly well. So definitely let me know what you guys think. I did see your guys' Instagram DMs in the past. I saw them yesterday as well. I just haven't had time to respond back to them, but I did read them. But I am anticipating movements like that. So if you have any curiosities of how these could be moving forward, definitely make sure to leave a link or text me, or, you know, Instagram DM me a screenshot, or tweet me a screenshot of your charts. So it looks fairly okay. Next target, I would believe, is probably closer to 61,000 within Bitcoin in the next couple of days. We might ping back down, but then eventually to the $61,000 region. Now, moving forward, that same thing applied itself with Ethereum for the most part. I know today's video is going long, but Ethereum did break bullish outside right now, temporarily above the descending fractal. If we can break back inside this resistance here, then I would consider us to be going long, and we'll break through the double top formation, and we'll head back to all-time highs, which would be very interesting, because I was not anticipating this in any sense. I was immediately figuring the price would fall back down to neckline, where the double top formation is, especially on Ethereum. That's why I'm so hesitant to be buying in right now until the coin decides to close. So if we close back down below the descending fractal, it was a pump fake and we'll probably head lower. But if we can break it back above here and close above our prior high, we're going to be headed back up to all-time highs. So we're definitely in a very interesting pickle right now, but it's definitely a good sign. It's not like we're going to continue to fall. And then lastly, for Tron, something I noticed is we actually have Tron to be able to trade on Bityard, which is just fantastic. You can see it right here. And we do look okay on the daily. And you can see I have Tron pulled up. This is Tron to BTC. So it's going to be trading a little bit differently. But ultimately, to zoom back in very close on this for the daily, you can see the interesting zones we've had. It's just, you know, ultimately a crazy coin to look at in regards to the entire market and the way it's moved. It's pretty much just never had a really good opportunity. Yes, the first time it launched was probably it. And then since then, it's just been falling lower and lower and lower. And then probably the last time we discussed this, it's just continued to dump lower, which is not necessarily a good sign. So it's going to be very difficult for us to see any sort of reversal in this market. I mean, we've had crosses in the past, and these bullish crosses on Tron have allowed us to pump higher, which is great and all. But notice usually the second we cross, these moving averages are pretty damn close. They're pretty tight. When they're overextended like this, it's just bear market from here. Even when we were able to retest it, it was still bear market. So until we see right now Tron get the slightest bit closer, where these wicks right here, or that's not what I wanted to draw, where these moving averages get closer, we're going to have to see something like this, where the green comes very close and gets almost right across from the red band right here. That would give us enough volume probably to signal our reversal where you could pop above here. But for right now, in regards to the next couple of weeks, I'm fairly bearish on on Tron. It doesn't seem like the best investment opportunity. But otherwise, definitely make sure to check out Bityard if you guys are interested in trading Tron short term, which we might have to do tomorrow, as long term doesn't seem to be that viable as an option. But otherwise, it's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.